love the smell of France in the summer. When I lived in the countryside, I became a certified sommelier. But when I came back to the US, I decided to put my skills to use somewhere else. Now I spend my days traveling as the world's finest oat milk sommelier. Hi, my name is Narima, and today I'm going to share with you my tasting skills as an oat milk sommelier so that you will never have another subpar oat milk for your iced coffees, your cappuccinos, or really anything else that you might put oat milk in. Let's get started. Now there are 5 ways to choose a quality oat milk, similar to wine tasting. So as an oat milk sommelier, I will be taking you through my tasting process. Initial contact with your milk is a very important first step. You want to make sure to not touch your glass anywhere where it could affect any kind of temperature change with your milk. So the best place, and where I like to hold it, is the stem of the glass. When you pour, you want to tilt your glass at a 45-degree angle, and same thing with your milk to get it in there. And as you pour, you'll just let it glide into the glass, just like a wave going in. Just like a wave going into the glass. And once you get to your desired amount, you are going to slow down the speed of the milk by tilting it upright and twisting it at the same time. So I will demonstrate. Now that you know the proper way to handle your glass and pour your milk, I urge you all to just take your milk handling skills to the next level, because you cannot pretend like you have not been classically trained by an oat milk sommelier herself. Now that your glass is full, I'm going to take you to the next section, which is swirling to release the aromas of the oat milk. Now what we want to look for when we swirl is also the viscosity of the milk. You see here, when I swirl, some of it goes to the top, and when it comes back down, that just tells us that like section right here in between where the milk is and where it was when I swirled, that just tells us how good of a quality the oat milk is. If it is a slow rundown, that means that you have a good quality milk. So right here I have the oat milk from Califa Farms, straight from Bakersfield, California. So we are going to see just what kind of aromas we can pick up. Yes, as I waft, I am getting an oaty, maybe a little bit of mahogany smell. Yeah. Yes, oats and mahogany. That's what I'm picking up. Now, this wouldn't be a proper tasting if I didn't bring in some other milks. We also have oat milk from Silk, oat milk from Oatly, the plain extra creamy oat milk from Chobani, along with the milk from Califa Farm. I will be trying all of these today and taking you through the best ones while using my oat milk tasting skills. Here we have the Chobani oat, the plain extra creamy. Swirl and waft. Now notice this one is a different color than the Califa Farms one, and that is because Chobani Oat was using oats from New Berlin, New York. I'm getting a very oaty smell, also nutty, maybe. Now I'll be pouring the oat milk from Oatly. Can I just say, as someone who works in advertising, I really enjoy how their carton looks. There's just a lot going on here. this one looks like water. See how the milk just goes straight down back to the bottom? That tells me a lot about the quality. Alright, so let's waft. I'm not picking up too many aromas from this one, but we'll just move on. For our final milk, we have Oat Yeah from Silk, and this milk comes from Broomfield, Colorado. So we should see something very different in how this looks. Oh, we won't cry over this, that's okay. Oh yes, this one has a very, very thick, it's a very thick milk, so the viscosity is very much there. I'm getting very earthy scents, like oats, but also earthy. Now we'll be smelling our milks, and we do this to prime the palate for what we might be tasting after we just wafted those aromas. Since all of these milks are plain, I want to make sure that I'm smelling a plain flavor, so nothing. Now I'm coming back to my Califa Farms milk, so let's just swirl again to release those aromas. And when you smell your oat milk, you want to stick your nose into the glass. It kind of smells like cheese. There is that mahogany scent that I smelled earlier. We'll set that to the side. Now we have our chobani oat, plain extra creamy. With this one, I really want to see if I can smell the creaminess. You know, I really don't smell much. Now, I say a good oat milk can be judged by its taste, yes. But I believe the smell needs to be plain enough with just a hint of sweetness. And that is what I'm getting from this chobani oat. So this is already a superior glass of oat milk. This is water. This is water. Now we have our oatly milk to smell. I'm just gonna give up on this one. I don't smell anything. And finally we have our Oat Yeah from Silk. Swirl to release the aromas. Yeah, there's that earthy scent that I got before. Or did I say nutty? Now we're going to be judging the appearance of our oat milks. Now I believe this comes down a little bit to preference. I like my milks to be close to an eggshell color. So this one, the chobani oat, is a good color for me, and then the Califa Farms one. These two are nice colors. I'll still try these, of course, but my personal preference is I appreciate an eggshell color in my milk. This would also be the time where you check for any impurities in your milk. They all look perfect. Finally, we have taste. Now, in all of my research, I have found that the chobani plain extra creamy oat milk is superior to all other oat milks. Just because it has that creaminess, it has that great flavor, and it's just superior. That's it. But coming into this, I want to have an open mind, try some different milks, and we'll see if I have a favorite one. I want to drink all of my milks with a purpose and give you the proper skills. So I am going to be drinking my milks from a straw, and they're metal straws because we love the environment. But really, the straw is to aerate the flavors. So we are trying the Califa milk first. You know, it's alright by itself. It kind of has like a mellow flavor. One that sits in the back of your throat. Yeah, sits there. Now, this wouldn't be a proper tasting if I didn't have Oreos, Milk's favorite cookie. I should have said this in the beginning. None of this is sponsored. Yeah, I don't taste the milk, so oh well. Next we have the chobani oat, plain extra creamy. Already said this was my favorite. Exquisite. A taste that goes beyond the rest in all that it accomplishes. I feel like I need to go to New Berlin, New York, and just see how they make this milk. Not with our Oreo. You know, it's a perfect balance between the flavor of the milk and the chocolate of the Oreo. They just go well together. So I really am liking this combination. Now we have the oat milk from Oatly. I'm nervous to try this one. That is water. That is water. That is water. I didn't even taste the milk. I didn't even taste it. Oh my goodness, it tastes like it's gone bad already. Nope, October 2nd. I will say, I do love their advertising and their packaging. Finally, we have Oat Yeah from Silk. And it tastes like, less like water, but I thought it would be creamier. It's not doing much for me. This is disappointing. You know, it's okay. I wish I got more of the oaty flavor and just a hint more of sweetness. But overall, I mean, I can't say it's that bad. Well, after tasting them all, I am declaring Chobani Oat Plain Extra Creamy to be the best oat milk out of all of the ones that I tried today. It just has that great creaminess, that full-bodied flavor that I would really want from my oat milk. If you decide to do your own taste test from home, please do not be discouraged if you don't smell all of the smells and tastes that I mentioned here today. It really does, it takes years to build up that kind of experience. So just be patient with yourself. You know, it could take a few years. It took me a few years when I was in France in the countryside studying to be a sommelier. So just be patient with yourselves. Well, that's all I have for today. I hope you like this video and I will catch you next time. Goodbye! It was like my 10th Oreo.